welcome back to another Element Fissions video, and in this video we will be focusing on beginner tips for you guys. So if you just started the game, you've been playing the games for a couple days, you may or may not know these. I guarantee you some of these tips are going to help you out. So I have 9 of them. Let's jump right into the first one here, guys. So the first tip that I have for you guys is once you unlock Arena, make sure you start doing them. It's really important because when you do Arena, if we go into Embark here, go into the arena, top left, go to classic arena, go into the shop. Every time you do the arena, whether you win or you lose, you get honor points. And these honor points you need in order to upgrade your statues or totems. Basically, we want to max out the energy saving lamp, experience capsule improve, energy refiner, and then the energy tank. This overall is going to help you with energy efficiency throughout the game as you're playing. After that, feel free to do whatever you want. Obviously, you will want to buy the power bean, as that gives you a free skill up for your natural 5 stars. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of different ones, so I'll let you decide who you want to do. But most importantly, I just want to throw it out there, my personal opinion, energy saving lamp, experience, capsule improve, energy refiner, and then energy tank. All right. The next tip that I have for you guys is the duping system. So this game does have a duping system. It's not as overpowered as other gacha games where you have to get 3 dupes to unlock an intense passive or intense skill, whatever it may be. There's a duping system, but let's just take a look here. So we go into strengthen, and then let's look into this light whiz, right? So take note that he is a light whiz, and there are water, fire as well, right? If we use the same Elemon, so note that this is the blue one, you get an additional skill. Pretty basic. You probably already know that. But if you use the same Elemon with the same element, you also get a stack. So what stack is, guys, is if we go into your Elemon, click on any Elemon, we have a stack here. Basically, as one stack gives you 1 additional speed. So not the most broken thing in the world for PvE content. If you're a hardcore PvP player, 5 speed can mean the world to you. But just remember, there is something called stack, and there's in the game that allows you to increase the base speed of your elements. So what does that mean? Whenever you're using the strengthening enhancement area, or just enhancing your elements in general, pay attention to what you're doing so you don't waste any of your 3-star elements, right? So keep that in mind and make sure if you have the same element, use that to not only evolve and make them 4 or 5 stars or 6 stars, but use them to not only get a skill up, but also a stack as well, so you're saving your resources for other things that you may need them for. Next thing on the list here, guys, is that you can manipulate skills. So in the game, as you're playing, it does kind of teach you how to manipulate your skills, how you can prioritize different skills. But I wanted to show you guys just so you guys get a better picture of how it works. So we're just going to go into any content here. So basically what you do is once you go into whatever you're trying to run, dungeon or scenario mode, you basically just have to hold the element, and then you go under intelligence. Under intelligence, there's going to be a priority list, low, medium, or high. In here, you can then change the casting conditions. So for example, for Dr. Evil, some of them are different from others. Skill 1, only 1 enemy alive. Skill 2, 2 or more enemies alive. Or skill 3, 2 or more enemies alive. So as you can see, you can set different conditions. If enemy's action bar is greater than 50%, then use skill 3. So this is extremely useful, especially once you start doing dungeons. Maybe not so much for scenario, but once you start doing some dungeons and you want to prioritize skills, after you speed tune, you want them to be using the right skills. Make sure you're prioritizing, or make sure that you are reviewing your skill sets under intelligence, just so that they can be utilizing the correct skills in order to run through those dungeons or whatever you're trying to run. Okay. Next thing on the list here, guys, is not really a tip, but just more so just to get more summons here. Once you finalize your account, whether you're re-rolling or not, make sure you link your account. Obviously, always link it, but you will get an additional 10 free summons. To link your account, you basically just go on to the top left, hit your character name, and then you go to account linking. You click the link, you get 10 free summons. Pretty straightforward. Next thing on the list here, guys, is as you are progressing through the game, make sure you are completing your missions. Don't be like me that basically completed scenario. So I went through all three phases of scenario: normal, hard, and insane. I beat it all. I believe I have like two more stages that I need to beat. But then when I was streaming, my chat told me, hey, you should be doing your missions because you don't want to go back and do them because some of them do not if you have already done the mission, while the mission is not unlocked yet, you will have to go back and do it. So, what does that mean? You have to waste resources or waste time. Go and complete your missions as you are progressing. I promise you, it will be worth it in the long run. And on top of that, you will also get this free LD unit war nurse. She's relatively good, but important thing here, do your missions as you play the game so you don't waste time later when you have to go back and do all the content all over again, okay? Next tip here, guys, is to use the Elemons that they give you as a free-to-play player or just the game in general. They give you the elements you need in order to do the dungeon. So the dungeon that we're talking about is Boxing Club. You don't really need to theorycraft. You don't really need to sit there for 10 hours trying to see who is the best unit. They give you all of the options that you need in order to complete all the way to 10. Now, obviously, if you pull like a 5-star or whatnot, you might be able to manipulate just a little bit, but they give you all of the grass units that you need in order to clear Boxing Club. Now, where are these missions, if you're asking yourself right now? If you go to Challenge on the main screen, and then you go to Ice Punch KO, here are some challenges. You can do these challenges. Here you get Steel Wings. Here you get Sharpshooter, right? So that's 2 free units there. Also, if you go into the dungeon itself, I forgot because I've already completed it doesn't show, but I think after like floor 3 or 4 or something, it gives you trials or it gives you rewards if you complete that stage. You then essentially get more units in order to complete all the way to floor 10. Now, it doesn't mean that you get these units and you're going to guarantee to clear floor 10, but you will have the units, you will have the units that you need in order to start leveling up, putting dupes in them for skill ups and stacks to then essentially progress through floor 10. So keep that in mind. On top of that, guys, just to add another tip here is if you hit the strategy in any dungeon, you obviously have the boss skills, you have the minions, and then you have the strategy. You can literally look in the strategy and you can even okay, so this guy had a 38-second run. There's a play button. You can hit the play button, see that team run, and see how, and then maybe compare your team to their team and use that to your advantage to see which elements you're using, or the speed tuning. Speed tuning is going to be really important. So use that to your advantage, and it should help you out in the long run as well. So this is a 30-second run. This is relatively quick. I'm not going to lie. It's faster than mine, but I think right now my runs are roughly like 2 minutes. But as you can see here, guys, all of these units are basically free to play. Not this guy, Bookworm. You do have to summon for Bookworm, but and you also have to summon for Ninrat. But you get this guy for free. You get this guy for free, and if I don't think you get this guy for free, Turtle Tank. But if you're summoning your summons, I can almost guarantee that you will summon this guy. All right, so keep that in mind while you're leveling, guys. Do those missions, use the free to play units to help you clear Boxing Club. Eventually you'll be farming that and then working towards other content. The next tip that I have for you guys is just a quick one. Energy itself. If you're asking, if you're wondering if energy gets consumed if you fail, yes, it does. So when you're running through dungeons, make sure that you're using the best team that you can, or if you're running through scenario, make sure you're not failing so you're not losing energy, especially being free to play. If you are free to play, every time you lose energy is just going to cost you in the long run. So with that being said, that's just a quick tip. You lose energy as you, um, if you fail to run, so just kind of keep that in mind. The next tip on the list, guys, is to claim your free rewards. So whether it's your daily, weeklies, or monthlies. On the left-hand side here, guys, if you just go to under supply, claim all the dailies, weeklies, and monthlies. You get some nice rewards there. And then in order to claim coupons, which I will be leaving down in the description. So if you didn't already, use the coupons in the description and go into here, click on coupon, and enter the code. You'll get like 10 free summons and some energy. So go on with that. The next tip, guys, is don't use your event points. So depending on when you're joining, guys, you may not have this event anymore, but if you still have this event and you've seen this video, if you look under events tab, it costs 1600 event points to summon a natural 5-star. Now take note that this event is only 14 days, so depending on when you join the game, it's going to be lower. So basically how this works is you get 800 points a day by doing all these different things here, all these dailies. You accumulate points, and then you get up to 1600, which is equivalent to obviously 2 days. 2 days later, you summon a natural 5-star, and then you're able to essentially at the end of the event claim a natural 5-star. On top of that, guys, if you summon a natural 5-star, you can craft the same unit again. And what that does is it basically crafts, I believe it can craft a fire, I believe it crafts the same fire twin blade, but it gives you different base stats. So as you can see here, 9% for HP or tankiness, 5% for attack, and the 4% for defense. If you craft again, I believe you get the same you get the same unit, but the base stats are different. So what does this mean for you? If you summon a natural 5-star that you believe that you truly 1000% want, you can essentially craft it again if you want to. If not, you could just claim it, and then you have a natural 5-star. But if you want a chance to increase the base stats, basically you just have to craft again. You may or may not get better base stats. So that way, I mean, it's kind of unique. It makes everybody's account just slightly different, but obviously we have runes that can help us with that. But if for some reason you don't want to craft it again to get different base stats, what you can do here, guys, is you can use the event points in the vendor, or I believe it was the vendor in the exchange, or was it the exchange? I don't think it's the exchange. It is the points. In the points tab, you can start buying these things out. So I don't know how. So obviously, if you summon a bunch of natural 5-stars and you just don't get the one you want, you may not be able to buy up that shop. But if you get one, you get lucky. Go ahead and start buying those out. Okay. The last tip that I have for you guys is actually it was the coupons. So in that sense, I am done here because I already showed you guys how to redeem the coupons. So again, it's just under supply and under miscellaneous coupon. So that being said, guys, those are all the tips I have for you guys. If you're watching this video and there's another tip that you have for everyone that's going to be watching this video, please leave it down in the comments below so we can help each other out. And I will be making more content in the future regarding the whole game in general. So if you haven't already, hit the like button, leave a comment. If you have any questions or just want to leave a comment in general, hit that subscribe button. Join my Discord. I'm going to leave it in the description. And also, I do stream on Twitch. If you're looking for a Element Fission streamer, I am streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/avatarhmg. I will leave it in the description as well. Join me there. I stream every single day for 4 to 5 hours, and we can hang out. All right. Other than that, guys, you guys have a great one.